Ryan Steinecker with Justin Groll, the Rich Rebel football team. Coach, a 9-6 victory over Altamont, a walk-off field goal. Do you know, has that ever happened in Rich Rebel football?
As of my knowledge, checking out everything, I have never heard, nobody has said that it ever has. So, yeah, I think it's a first in school history. So, yeah.
Tell me your thought process. It's 4th down and 7. You call a timeout. Let's go from there.
I just thought we were just going to go for it and thought, well, I'll just regroup everything and make sure that it's the play we wanted and we wasn't rushed and hurried. And then as soon as I took the timeout, I had a couple of assistant coaches say, why not try this? And so I thought, why not give it a shot? The worst is we play for another overtime because we had the ball last. And so I was like, well, there's nothing to lose, and if we win and if we gain, that's great. And Stetson stepped up and did a wonderful job.
He drilled that field goal. I mean, you can't kick it better than that.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent with things most of the year. He did struggle with that PAT, but I think he kind of just was rushing himself. And so I think when we finally took that time out, settled him down, he was okay and decided, what, I can kick it.
We've talked a time or two this year about the ball bouncing your way. The coin bounced your way on Friday. That worked out well for your favor.
I think that every bad thing that has happened all season long just flipped, and we were used up all the rest of our coin flipping luck on that. But I'm going to take it. Whatever fate has to do, that's what we're going to do, and we're going to take it.
And we've talked about what the matchup would have been had you had to go to Parowan or Milford, a couple teams that you've lost pretty badly to. At home, you'll host Monticello, a team you lost to at their place. And we've talked about that game that you guys just didn't really show up until that end of the fourth quarter. What do you need to do to make sure that doesn't happen this time?
There's a few things. Monticello's a really good team. They've got some big kids. They are really getting better as the season goes on. They're starting to pass really well, so we've got to be ready for a lot of their quick slants. They love the quick slants. And then they'll run it. If it depends on, I think the way that the quarterback reads it, it's a run or pass every single time. So we've got to be able to take the quick slants away, but yet still watch the run game and not let him get a big one. He happened to do that against Kanab and a few teams. So we just got to key on the running back and yet slow down their pass attack a little bit.
We saw this against Altamont. Monticello did about the same thing when you were at their place last month. A lot of offensive production from their team, but not a lot of scoring. What are you guys doing in the red zone to keep teams out of the end zone?
When you have a chance to spread things out and they run a spread offense, it's really easy to move the ball. But when you get down inside the red zone, it shortens that box up and there's not as many opportunities. There's more crowded in where you want to go, and so it kind of throws things off. And that's what we found with our offense too. It's the same thing, and you play against your own offense and learn how to, if we're here, we got to go. So we've just focused on shortening everything and not worried about the big stuff, just not letting them get a touchdown off of it or something and come back to fight for the second part of it.
So speaking of offense and trying to keep things opened up, how will you be better on offense this week than you were at Monticello in September?
We're going to have our handful. They've got some really good kids. There's a Wilcox kid. He is exceptional at his position. They move him around. I've watched him. He's played end. He's played tackle. He's played linebacker. And he's just he's an animal. I mean, he can do whatever he wants. When we were down there, he was end, and he'd go in and take care of it, anything coming his direction. And if he happened to get back, he'd actually chase us down. He's fairly fast, so he'd chase us down from the backside. So we've got to take care of him to begin with, and then hope that our spread attack, we spread them out and make them defend their own type of offense and see how well make them play to their abilities too.
Anything else you want to touch on, Coach?
I just hope everybody comes. It's a heck of a way to end the whole season, to get one more playoff game, and the crowd and that. It just is exceptional when they back us, and we've had some really good wins when there's a lot of people there. So I hope everybody gets out and comes and supports us, because the kids need it. The boys thrive on people being there and helping them. So I just hope that the community continues.
Well, a tip of the cap to you, Coach, to your boys for never giving up, continuing to battle, earning a second seed in a first-round home game. Good luck with Monticello Friday.
Oh, thank you. We've had quite a season, but it's been a learning process, and they've learned a lot. So I hope we continue to keep on, and I hope the rest of the time. But at least we'll take it one game at a time and win the last home game, and then move on to the semis. So.